Welcome to the Madhouse.
Whatever it may be, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 271 of the Max Wrestling Podcast. This is your captain speaking, along with Travis the Walker Anderson and El Jefe, the knowledge champion Moses Marquez. It's becoming the norm.
Good morning. It has become the norm. I kind of really enjoy these 4 a.m. shows for us. Well, for me, 4 a.m.
Yeah,
Travis, like 7 a.m.
Yeah, it used to be easy for me doing this show. I used to, like, when I get off work, as soon as I pulled in, it was time to go. To do this. Now, not so much. I get maybe like 2 hours of sleep, then I have to get up to do this. But it's fun anyways, and I still enjoy every damn second of it.
Well, it only used to be a slight difference in the time zone too. There was me and Butcher in the UK, then there was Mike. Now we got 3 different time zones going on every week.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I'm normally up at this time anyway, so it's like, well, at least I'm doing something more productive than debating. Should I just get in the shower or lay in bed?
Or we could watch, like, 10 hours of wrestling content.
I do that anyway.
I wish I could. I wish for the love of God I could. Fucking internet.
And I'm not just talking about one WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Fuck WrestleMania.
I wasn't going to say it, but I'm not going to disagree.
Well, somebody has to say it. Well, I mean, the majority of us kind of enjoyed this year's WrestleMania. It wasn't too long, thankfully, because they split it into 2 days, and it also wasn't terrible.
Yeah, it could have been way worse. And we got lucky.
Yeah, I kind of like, I always said, this was the WrestleMania to sleep on. Literally, for me, that was.
Well, the production show was.
Yeah, but I tuned in. I watched a little bit of it. Well, I actually watched all of it. I enjoyed about half. So one day.
Yeah. So fast forward to May. Well, actually, it's not a bad way to start off because we've got a WrestleMania rematch confirmed now, thanks to Raw kicking off this week with Edge and Randy Orton guys, it's the greatest wrestling match ever.
Oh my God, get the fuck out of here. The one time they're now allowed to say wrestling, and it's for 2 guys that beat the crap out of each other for 40 some odd minutes at WrestleMania, which goddamn well everybody fell asleep for.
Yeah, how do you make a last man standing match boring?
Give it to the 2 old heads.
You chase each other around a very hot building, sweating your body weight for 40 minutes.
You take everything they did on NXT and you add it and slow it down.
And then don't forget the close-up shots of Edge and Randy panting.
Oh, yeah, and we got to have the spot where he's like my brother. I can't do this. I'm going to kill him anyway.
And then we're going to have the rematch where it's just a straight-up wrestling match. For the spirit of competition.
Because that baffles nobody's mind at all.
No.
I don't have it anymore, so I couldn't beat your ass for 40 minutes, but let's go wrestle.
I mean, I feel bad for Edge because he's obviously still got it. Especially his promo skills as well. He's fantastic. It's just...
Oh, yeah.
He came back with a horrible first match.
You're fucking telling me.
If anything, it kind of means they can hopefully exceed expectations at Backlash.
I don't think they're going to be anywhere near as bad as we can fear. Because like how we said, we fell asleep during the 40 minutes of whatever the fuck you want to call that. And now they're going to, now granted it's still empty arena, and I know that's going to cause a factor, but at least they're going to be able to go in there and they're not going to be able to drag it out forever. I mean, yeah, are they going to do a bunch of rest holds every now and again? Probably, but they're going to be shit talking the whole time, so that'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, they also referenced the match they had for the Intercontinental Championship years ago, and that was a great match. But that was
a long time ago.
Years ago.
Now,
15 years
as
ago.
long as
Maybe more.
As long as it's, doesn't open up with like a fucking RKO.
Yeah.
And they actually start fresh and they have energy from the jump, I think it could be pretty great to see.
Yeah.
For the nostalgia factor.
Whose idea was it to kick the match off with an RKO? Like, we've got an empty building. We can literally have him come from nowhere.
That would kind of cool. Like how Phoenix did with that kick, just
yeah. So we move on to Seth Rollins. Actually, later on he found a new disciple, but he comes out with Murphy, ends up in a match with Humberto Carrillo, of all people.
I saw that coming. I don't know why I saw it coming. I was like, watch, Humberto. And sure shit.
You know why?
Because Ray's his idol.
Because Ray...
I was just going to say because it's fucking WWE and it's fucking predictable.
Oh. Tell like it is, Trav.
I mean, it was a good match anyway.
Yeah, no. It was a nice way to start the show.
Then, of course...
No, I didn't get to see it.
Oh. Well...
It's Raw, bro. You're not missing a lot.
You didn't get to see the next segment because the Charlotte train steamed through again. This time through Ruby Riott.
Christ. Can she just fucking go away?
Please.
I don't understand this. And then what happened to this invitation? Was it not one person? Now it's everybody? Is she or is she not NXT?
Oh, she's on all three brands because she's the hardest working woman in WWE.
Fuck off.
And now there's that new wild card rule too. So
yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Like, what the fuck is? But I thought it was like one person.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to be one person a month?
Yeah, and it's obviously Corbin. So what the fuck is this broad doing here? And then of all things, you're gonna kill somebody who's returning from injury. What?
By submission too.
Of all things, because that doesn't make a babyface look any weaker than tapping out.
They kind of made Liv look a little weak as well. Obviously, she lost to Charlotte before, but then they had the promo this week, and she was like, "Did I win? No, but it's okay." Well, no, it's not okay. Surely you should want to win.
If that's okay, you're in the wrong business.
Hey, wins and losses don't matter, right?
Not in this fucking company.
No, the only thing that matters in WWE is if you stare at somebody.
Yeah. Which we'll get to later on with it. Oh, man. More female action as Nia Jax interrupts Asuka. Seems like we're going to get Nia Jax versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. Yay.
First off, I was loving that celebration for a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, and then Nia
Asuka and Kairi Sane are like the only... Yeah, they're the only decent thing going on right now in the women's division. But yeah, of course, it's going to be Nia. Because heaven forbid.
Well, of course she's going to get a title shot because she stared at the champion.
Well, yeah.
For me, it's like the only thing interesting on Raw for me is Asuka.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I'm slightly confused as to if she's a face or a heel at the moment, though. I'm assuming she's a face.
Yeah.
Especially after that celebration with Becky, and obviously Nia's definitely a heel.
I was going to say, that was a very weird turn just out of nowhere.
Yeah. I'm a heel, but Becky's pregnant, so now I'm a face.
But I'm not. But I'm not because we all like babies. Hey, all right.
Becky. And with that, Asuka is a face.
Yep, just like that. Gosh.
MVP is obviously sticking around, and it seems like he's now in solely a managerial role. Hopefully, he's actually retired from the ring now for the 6th time, and that's just since he's been back in WWE.
Right.
So he's picked Lashley as his client, and is obviously becoming in between him and Lana, which she wasn't very happy about backstage. It seems to be the only thing she does every week now is just scream.
Yeah, that's I don't fucking get it.
They're like, well, she's not a very good actress, but at least she can scream on demand. Excuse me. That's
a
little bit of a rabbit hole. We'll not go down that one.
My God, what is this fucking show? Like, this stuff just blows my mind. Like, that's her thing. She fucking just screams. Like, okay, what the fuck,
Yeah.
I don't know why the fuck you're freaking out about nothing. You're barely on goddamn TV. You're all over fucking Instagram and TikTok. Just get the fuck out of here with your bullshit.
And this episode was really weird because everybody seems to be making up their own rules and making their own matches. And
Right.
So Edge and Randy pretty much booked their own rematch. Seth booked a match between Murphy and Humberto, and Lashley has now got a world title shot against Drew just because he stared at him from a distance.
What is like, Dexter Lumis should be challenging everybody there. I mean, every fucking buddy, referees, cameramen. That's the official new challenge. I'm fucking gonna look at you. Dexter Lumis is challenging everybody.
Yeah.
That stuff is ridiculous.
Well, he squashed Truth. Does that warrant a title shot?
Why are you killing the
absolutely.
only thing worth watching? He keeps calling out Tom Brady every week. I fucking love it.
Yeah. I'm gonna sack you.
And then they have to ruin it. He means, like, don't ruin the joke anymore. Like, shut the fuck up. I'm sick of it. Let us get the joke. Guess what? Teddy P says this all the time. If you don't understand it, it's not meant for you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure people know that Tom Brady's got nothing to do with WWE, and Truth actually means Gronk.
Yeah. We know he's an idiot. Thank you.
That's kind of his gimmick, Vince. You gave
Dumb
it to
shit.
him.
Remember, I was about to say, yeah, you booked him like that. Fucking dumbass.
It's not
Vince
like
is-
in the Royal Rumble he brings out a ladder and they go, he actually thinks it's money in the bank. He doesn't think it's yeah, we get the joke.
I thought that was Kip Sabian on AEW today. Maybe yesterday. I was like, what are you doing? Are you the new Truth? Oh, he's just gonna sit up there. What the fuck did you bring that goddamn ladder for? But
Yeah, there's no ladder match booked. Apart from the casino ladder match.
yeah, but it's like, dude, you're extra early, bro.
So there's no ladder match until Saturday. Why is there a ladder hanging around? This isn't WWE
He-
where they
he
have
brought
20
it with him.
ladders for 2 weeks.
He brought it with him.
Everywhere we
He
go,
heard
I
Sammy
take my
and then
ladder.
broke the other one. So they were like, oh, I'm gonna go get a new one.
I was so close to being ready to celebrate for the Iconics because I thought they were going to win the tag team championships this week. But what we got instead was Peyton screwing up, losing the match, getting slapped in the face, and then they immediately make up.
What the
Lame.
fuck? I want to ask my wife, does this really happen? Do women really act like this?
Yeah, they can scream and shout at each other, but as soon as they slap one another, okay, I'm sorry.
Like,
Slapping is too far.
Immediate remorse. Like, let's hug it out. I'm just fucking baffled.
I don't understand what's the point in. I never really understood the Iconics to begin with.
They're
They're lesbian.
deliberately annoying, and I love it.
They're definitely not lesbian, but I can't fucking stand them.
They're lesbians.
Can you not
Dude,
stand them
one
because
of
of their
them's like
gimmick? Or...
fucking married. Hey, I can't remember which one. One of them's fucking married to Shawn
Yeah,
Spears.
Peyton Royce.
The hotter one.
Yeah.
Did that guy ever fucking score? God damn.
Only thing he did score.
Right?
Jeez.
They're rebuilding him again, though, in AEW at least, but they're having to do it with the same way they started building him with Cody.
Yeah.
I don't hate it, but
they're rebuilding him exactly as he started, as a jobber.
that's what I'm saying. It's the same fucking thing.
I do really hope this isn't leading to an Iconics breakup, though, because they're a package. You can't separate those two.
Oh, God, no. You would, ugh.
And speaking of TikTok, I hate the damn thing, but I was mesmerized by their video that went viral this week of the dance. Obviously, it's a dance, it's TikTok.
Of them
that
or
little,
the one with Otis in it?
The ooh na 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 one. I don't know the song. I don't know TikTok. I'm 30, people.
The little
my bro.
fucking, that little foot tap.
That's the
dance
one.
thing.
Yeah, it was flawless.
Yeah. I don't have TikTok, but I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah, I was mesmerized by it. I literally watched it repeatedly, and then the song got stuck in my head, and I hate that because I don't know the song. And it's also a quote TikTok song. I'm sounding like such an old man.
Don't trip, bro. Like,
Yeah. I've actually,
I get that feeling all the time.
looking back now, I realise it was a very female-heavy night because we then had the submission match between Shayna and Natalya, which Shayna was obviously going to win.
4 minutes? Under 4 minutes?
Yeah.
What is up with this shit? Like, everything is quick as fuck. 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Are we not a wrestling show?
I think it's because they get so hot. Because it's so hot in that building and they've got one fan. That giant ceiling fan. That really doesn't seem to do its job very well.
I was going to say, you mean Jake Atlas? The one fan from NXT? That was the only fan in the fucking stands, but okay, an actual middle fan. Got it.
Yeah, an actual rotating fan.
Oh, yeah, the giant helicopter?
Yeah.
That they don't fucking, like, I don't think it's ever really turned on.
I think it just spins. It doesn't actually do anything.
It's like, this is going to keep the air flowing. What air?
They may as well have just stuck a giant John Cena belt on the ceiling.
But somebody's got to spin it, though. That's the problem. That's the downside with it, if it would have been the belt. It's like, you're tempted to spin it. Like, who's going to reach?
Well, it spins from the gust of how quickly the matches happen.
Hence why they all move very slow.
I don't know what they're doing with Natty. She goes through these weird cycles of jobbing out, and then all of a sudden she'll get a women's title match that she'll obviously lose, and then she'll start jobbing out again.
They feel bad for Owen.
Yeah, they just want Natalya there because she's a heart, basically.
But okay, I don't want to like jump ship on that, but after I saw that, I'm like slowly starting to feel way different about this fucking company. After the Montreal screw job, after fucking there's that one, there's the way they handled this, like, who in the fuck sues the widow? What kind of fucking, just so you didn't have to pay as much?
Mm-hmm. And I don't care for your tone, lady.
Oh my god, dude, that blew me the fuck away. Like, first off, your dumbass agreed to like set this thing up, and the lady asked the question. Her tone was, all right, I would have been yelling at this dude. What in the fuck is your problem hooking this dude up to that? That would have been my fucking question.
He's royalty, doesn't he?
He thinks he walks on water. He is the second coming. That's what he thinks. He thinks he's the second coming. And it's like, you know what, dude? If that's your fucking mentality, I legitimately cannot wait for you to be done and just go off into the sunset, if you will, if that's what it'll be.
I mean, we've always kind of known that Vince is a shady businessman, and he's made some horrible, questionable, inhuman decisions over the years.
Well, yeah,
So
a man died in your fucking ring. You kept the show going.
yeah, I mean, so it really wasn't surprising some of the things that were on the show. Because it's like, yeah,
I guess they
that's
weren't
Vince.
yeah.
We're almost like enablers as fans though, because we kind of know about all this shit and we still watch it and endorse it.
Yeah. But I also think that we were like over the top now about safety. We're so concerned now as fans. We used to, oh my god, it fucking killed the guy, dumped him on his head, whatever. Now it's like, why in the world are you dumping him on his head?
The whole thing with the clip as well. Like they changed the rigging company. Is that what they were saying? So they went for a cheaper rigging company.
They went a cheaper rigging company,
a quicker release. I don't know why, because all you had to do was use the old rig, and then while you're unhooking him, show the video package.
I wouldn't, thank you.
That would have solved everything.
It would have. It really would have. And at the same time, you're not gonna like write down or have an idea of what it is this first team used, and then if you're gonna go cheap, you get cheaper people, and then you go get the shit yourself. Then boom, it's cheaper. Then hey, safety isn't compromised, and we saved our fucking money. But no, this was like apparently one that went on a boat, and it was meant for like the mast to go up with a quickness when a sail catches it. It's meant for sailboats.
Yeah,
and it holds like
she showed us the actual lock and how quickly and how easily it releases is just insane. How much cheaper could they really be? How much money could they really have saved? Just by
on a clasp. Like, oh my god, I don't know. Anyway,
you can walk into like an outdoor store where they sell stuff for mountain climbing and stuff, and you can actually get ones that like screw in and screw out. Even that would have been safer.
I was gonna say like the fucking cheapy ass ones that go on your goddamn ring, like your car keys.
Yeah.
That people like to attach to their belt. I guarantee you that thing would have held way better than that fucking thing.
It takes a few seconds to unscrew it.
But nope, it looks bad. It looks bulky. The look. Sting, how often did Sting do that? How often did Sting fly down from the Raptors?
And he did it so quickly too. He literally shot down.
He did, and that's what they wanted. Yeah, did it look weird? He's sitting there taking the thing off. Sure, but guess what? He also looks like a badass because he's holding the bat. Bing, bing. It's great.
That's crazy as well that we're still like finding things out after 21 years.
But the thing that I think kills me is the fact that they walked the building, and like the picture they keep showing, you just see where he landed.
Yeah.
And it's so like it's just one of those images that's immediately fried in your brain. This man died here as we were just trying to watch a show. It's mind-boggling.
Like I do remember watching the show live, and I've watched it back afterwards. I don't remember seeing the bloodstain. Like it never occurred to me there's a bloodstain in the ring or on the apron.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to go back and try to watch that, but like it just the doc itself just wow.
One of the things that really got me, we've never been a fan of Kevin Dunn, but just the way he delivered the news to JR and then said, "Okay, you're back in 10 seconds." Whoa. I
feel so bad for JR. I feel so bad for him.
It was bad enough he had to make that announcement on a live pay-per-view, but with 10 seconds notice.
On top of that, you have a guy yelling in your ear telling you to do your job.
Yeah.
When you know damn well this show should be done. It was, and then just to hear how bad like King was, they said he was whiter than a ghost. Like he could not believe what he had just saw, and then they turn around. And JR's giving the news, and then I saw King's face, and I'm like, what in the fuck? They really just went on with the show. Like, look at this man's face. This is your color commentator. he's not excited to be here. And he's supposed to just give the action. No fucks given. Not for the performers that go on after, not for the man that fell, not for the people that have to just pretend to just it's okay and keep working.
If I remember correctly, I think Vince was in the main event too, because it was like, wasn't he and Shane the two referees?
Oh God,
And
I'm looking
there
this
was a
up.
screw
Over
there
the
was a
line.
screw job finish with Taker and Austin. So Vince probably thought, you know what, if I can go out there, so can everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's his mentality.
Let's see. Over the Edge, 1999. 1 sec.
I know
Get the fuck out of here. Shane McMahon was the special guest referee.
That's it, yeah. And I think Vince came out and it was a roll up or something, so he kind of backed Austin into Shane or into Taker, and Shane did a quick counter. It was something like that. It was a screw job finish too. And Taker won the belt.
Wow. The show must go on.
And you have your top heel beat your top face for the World Championship in the main event. Send the fans home happy, right?
Yeah, because we just served you a big old cup of shit, but we're calling it chocolate ice cream. Let's put some sprinkles on it for you.
I mean, they could have easily just done that match. Well, they couldn't have done it the next night because that was a tribute show, but they could have done it the next week or something, and then we still would have got the awesome rematch at Fully Loaded, which is still one of my favorite underrated pay-per-views. Fully Loaded,
Agreed.
not Over the Edge.
I was like, not over there.
Yeah, I better clear that one up. So yeah, that put the dark side of the ring.
Yeah, it ended. That was a good way to end, but they definitely left you wanting more. That's for sure.
Yeah, the only thing it didn't really change for me was the stance on not having Owen in the Hall of Fame. I understand, obviously she doesn't want anything to do with WWE, but it's not about Vince. It's about the fans. The fans obviously want him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm not like I fully understand. I fully get it. Like I do, but you explain it perfectly. Like you got to think about us.
I mean, she
too,
doesn't even
you know
have
what I
to
mean?
go because Brett will accept it for him.
Yeah, like you don't need to be there, and that's fine. You shouldn't be there. You absolutely should not be there. But let Brett do it. Maybe Natalia or whatever might be there for a sec or whatever, but just it's for us. And I mean, the people that loved him, the people that are upset by how this entire thing was treated, by the fact that this guy was. And Jericho explained it perfectly, by the way. He said, imagine what would have happened if Owen didn't die. And then they had the surgeons of Jericho, Guerrero, Benoit, all these guys. And here comes the cruiserweight division. He would have excelled.
Owen Angle would have been amazing.
Oh, my Lord. Owen Hart and Kurt Angle. Could you imagine the masterpiece those guys would have put on? Or Owen and Eddie? Or Owen and Benoit?
And I think as good as the Owen Brett match was at WrestleMania 10, all of those matches would have topped that.
Easily. Because the fact is nobody could really hang with Owen for a long time. He was way ahead of the curve.
Yeah. He was a new millennium wrestler in the 90s.
In the 90s. And he fucking killed it. I'm trying to watch, like, we're watching him now in the retro stuff all the time. Because he's always got tag matches and stuff. But he's, like, beyond athletic. It's fucking great. It's like, it's easy to hate the guy because he's such a shit talker right now, and it's great. But he is just leaps and bounds over a lot of these other workers. And I mean, like, we're praising guys like Mark Mero for how good they're working for these other just because that's how it was in WWF in the 90s. Everybody was just slow. You had a certain move set. You didn't do nothing crazy. everybody's cool, fun move was they clotheslined over the top rope.
Yeah.
But I digress.
Yeah, like Taker had his flying clothesline, Stone Cold did the Luthez press, followed by the elbow drop. They all had their little, what's the word? Routines. They all had their routine of moves. Or a comeback, as it's called in the games.
There you go.
The one thing I never really understand about Dark Side of the Ring is how do they get the WWE footage? Because you'd think Vince wouldn't want anything to do with it.
They recorded off of a television.
So that's how you get past copyright.
Right? That's what I said. I was like, okay, that's fucking great. But no, like when I heard that, I was like, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
It's that way because it looks grittier and all this stuff. And yeah, you can't be hit for copyright. Like, oh, we're recording on television. What do you mean?
You can even like crop out or zoom in and crop out the watermarks and the logos.
Mm-hmm.
Clever.
They were, badass on Vice and Dark Side of the Ring for that one.
The only thing I will say about Vice is we've got this really serious documentary going on about a guy who died in the ring after falling from the ceiling. And they keep showing in the corner porn in the age of COVID-19. What? Can you not advertise something else or just plug that at a different time?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It's like that's a downside with Vice because like you'll be watching whatever and then you'll get that like a porn reference or a documentary of the porn star or my personal favorites like what's the fucking there's a goddamn what's his fucking name? There's a rapper that has his show on there. He's like calls it the most expensiveness or whatever the fuck. And all he does is like 90% of the shit he does it's like he's like spending like $20,000 on weed and shit. And I'm like, well, who in the fuck for like a little bit of weed or like a cigar full of weed? I'm like, because it's 20 grand. Oh, it's the ambiance. I'm like, the what? Whatever. I wish I had stupid money to blow on crap.
Yeah. So going back to Raw, obviously Natalya lost to Shayna and then lost her shit. And smashed up. Kevin Owens is finally back, and she smashed up the set for the Kevin Owens show.
Hey, why is she throwing fits all of a sudden?
Because she's always losing.
What I mean, like last week, she's like stomping the ground, and I swear to God, it was my toddler in the ring.
She has an outburst like that, like once every other year.
Yeah. Wait till she meets Charlotte again.
Yeah.
Because she's coming back every fucking week.
Yeah. So Kevin Owens was injured at WrestleMania. That's why we haven't seen him since then, and that's probably why Seth got the title shot against Drew, even though he lost a match at Mania. But we'll scrape that one under the rug for now. And we ended up getting a tag team match between a random tag team of Kevin Owens and Apollo Crews against Andrade and Angel Garza. And that's when we get to Austin Theory getting kicked out of... They haven't even got a stable name, just Seth's Disciples.
Yeah.
That'll do, Seth's Disciples.
Right? Because I don't know what... Yeah, I don't know what the fuck else you want to call it.
Wait, no, Austin Theory... He didn't get kicked out of the Seth Disciples. He got kicked out of...
he got kicked out of...
Selena's group. I'm getting ahead of myself because he joined Seth's group later on.
Yeah, the U.S. version of Los Ingobernables.
Yeah, and now they can't call themselves Triple A.
Yeah, they're Double A. Arn
But
Anderson's
that's gone too.
Oh.
And they can't even have A double.
They can't do shit.
Zelina's Boys.
That sounds so bad. Like a knockoff of Jersey Boys or something.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't think Austin Theory was the weakest one in the group, really.
No, he fit fine.
It's actually surprising that they've dropped him so quickly.
Maybe they want a Mexican.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not Mexican enough, bro. See you later.
You're too American.
Sure.
Maybe they just needed somebody else for Seth's group, and they thought, screw it, take
But
this guy out of another group.
I thought he was done. I thought he was going back to NXT. Like, that was the rumor around everything is Austin Theory's going to go back to NXT. And then, nah, you can hang out with Seth.
Maybe that may have been the initial plan. I think maybe Vince is just really impressed with him.
Is it Vince or is it Paul Heyman? Because Paul Heyman's been the guy that's been pulling the trigger for some of these new guys to hang around.
Yeah. That would make sense, because Vince probably doesn't even know who Austin Theory is.
No, but he's probably like, oh, you look good, kid. Let's see how you do for 3 weeks.
So, Vince, what do you want to do about Austin? What? Austin's back? No, Austin Theory. Oh, who's
Not
that?
the bald guy.
Does he have a beard?
Oh, I don't have to take a bump? Okay. I'm going to take a bump anyway.
But Vince, you said, I'm taking a damn bump.
So how was that axe throwing match or whatever?
Jeez.
He said, we brought you the smoke. I fucking died when they said that and they turned and showed the fire.
I'm not gonna say that the segments are without comedy, because there are some funny moments. It's just, I just don't know why we're doing this. Why are we having ridiculous contests when they can just wrestle?
Because in WWE, tag teams are a fucking joke to Vince McMahon.
I don't think it even has to be tag teams. I remember when Matt and MVP did a whole basketball thing back in the day too.
Mm-hmm.
And an arm wrestling contest and something else.
Well, I can understand like the arm wrestling, and I can understand the basketball thing with MVP. I mean, hell, when MVP comes out, he used to like act like he was just throwing a fucking
bowler.
Yeah, ball in.
Yeah.
Bowling.
Yeah. So I mean, I could see that because it plays into his gimmick. The arm wrestling, you know, everybody wants to fucking arm wrestle to see who the strongest man is. So I can understand that. But, and it's another form of wrestling, whatever. But fucking, and now, but now it's like basketball games with two big fat white guys. Yeah, no. And then axe throw it, like, okay, that's just stupid. Like, why?
Yeah. It's still not as good as Stone Cold and Eric Bischoff in Pigpen Fun. You win when you throw your opponent into a pig pen. Love it.
Love it. Don't bring up the pig crap to Triple H though. He'll deny Henry Godwin all day long.
The redneck triathlon. Actually, Henry Godwin reminds me of a great Owen Hart line when he was on commentary one time. It might have been the Royal Rumble. So Henry Godwin comes in the ring, and Owen just says, Henry Godwin brings a goat to the ring, and Owen says, "Get that smelly goat out of there. He stinks worse than the hillbillies."
Damn.
It was great, and actually, I think that was Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Now that I'm seeing Owen in a he was like in a suit.
Yeah, I think it must have been 98.
I want to say that was sooner though. I want to say it was a show we had just watched. Because I remember there was commentary, there was the goat, and they were complaining. Maybe that might have been King. It might have been later on, but yeah. But no, they love the goat. They love to bring the goats.
Yeah, and they stunk. Maybe not as bad as the Kennel from Hell, but they stunk.
Oh, God, that fucking Kennel from Hell. Good. Oh, Lord.
Oh yeah, that's coming up.
I'm not looking forward to that.
No. Speaking of not looking forward to things, we had the main event of the much anticipated Baron Corbin. I mean, we've already been through Lashley coming up on the stage, and now he's got a title shot at Backlash. I still don't know why they chose Baron Corbin to come over from SmackDown when they could have chosen anybody.
Vince loves him.
I know, I don't understand it. He's a handsome man.
Oh, he's not. I say this about Baron Corbin all the time. He is a big boss man wannabe, and then on top of that, he's like never in shape, so he has to wrestle with a shirt on. So
Yeah.
he doesn't. His promos are garbage. They are written out for him, and then his delivery is just the worst. And then on top of that, you got to turn around and understand the fact that you can't wrestle.
Mm. So after the match at Backlash was announced on WWE on Fox Facebook account, I think it was Facebook, I just laughed. The majority of the comments were, "Oh, it's an Impact rematch," or "Is this for the Impact World Championship?" And I'm just thinking, they were both in WWE before Impact, right?
No.
No, they only started watching wrestling like 5 years ago.
Probably. That's how I seem. Like, I feel like most fans they're new to, like, they're not as like hard. I wouldn't want to say hardcore, but they're not as like into wrestling as I would think. And I think it's because a lot of these guys, they missed the boat. Like they are after the Attitude Era. They got into it. Like they knew when it was bad, so they ignored wrestling. Then somebody got them into it all late. They probably missed the Punk era.
Oh,
and so this
people.
is the shit they got to live in.
I feel bad for wrestling fans that never experienced the Punk era.
Right?
It was revolutionary.
That's putting it lightly, man. Like, he was a game changer. And personally, I feel like he had a different mentality when he was, like, WWE had a different mentality when he was there. They had a different feel when he was there.
Yeah.
The day he left, it changed.
But he did open the doors. Like, if it wasn't for
Yes.
Punk forcing him to take a small guy seriously, you wouldn't have Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan in the main event, Kofi Kingston as WWE champion, things like that.
Yeah. He did leave an impact and make people think a little different about guys.
You don't have
and that's
to be
good because
nearly 7 feet, 250 pounds.
Yeah, and he was the one that was trying to push for Daniel to get a main event. And like, dude, now's the time.
Yeah.
And they shockingly listened to him. But they were still going to book him against Triple H like an asshole.
Because to make up for Triple H beating Punk at Night of Champions, which he never should have done.
Mm-hmm. Because, that makes perfect sense. Let's beat this guy with a fucking retiree.
I'm sure Punk actually said, yeah, but you're going to win at WrestleMania. I don't care. I should have won the first time.
Exactly. But you're in the main event. No, I'm not. The main event's the last fucking match. Like, I'm in the fucking third to last match. That's not the main event.
I hate
one
that.
of them. Oh.
There's 3 main events. No, there's 1 main event.
One.
Don't paint it up as something that it's not. It's a big match.
You want to call a co-main event if you want to be like an asshole? Fine. I'll give you that. But don't tell me there's more than 2. At the most, like, you're gonna. We got 3-4 main events. They're main event caliber. No, they're not. If they were main event caliber, they would be the main event.
The only time they actually told the truth was Money in the Bank. We had 2 main events going on at the same time.
Yeah. If you want to call that.
Well, I mean, it ended in a ring. Kind of.
Sure. It ended in the ring with like a football move. I caught it. It's mine.
Yeah, take it. Okay.
He and Braun Strowman better not be fucking coming friends, because like that's gonna make me mad.
Things like this are why we don't discuss SmackDown. Well, that and because by the time this episode goes out, there's another episode tomorrow of SmackDown. So
good.
Because they moved it to Fridays, it makes it difficult for us to discuss SmackDown and stay ahead of time.
That's fine, because it's almost never worth talking about anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm still SmackDown-less for several months.
Attaboy.
And I'm fine with it. But replacing SmackDown in my schedule has become Impact.
Oh my God. That fucking opening match, good God, that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and still not the biggest Ace Austin fan, but yeah.
He has to be growing on you at least a little bit.
No, I just find him. Bleh.
Okay, I can give you that. But that you gotta give him credit for absolutely just throwing himself completely out of the ring into the floor to dodge a fucking gore.
Well, I did kind of think Rhino's really slowing down.
He really is. Like he definitely doesn't have much left in him, I'd say.
No. And I can't really say it's because he's maybe not as small as he used to be, because he's never been small.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's just getting to that point where he can't be Rhino anymore.
Yeah. So in other words, he probably has like another 6 years in him.
At most.
Yeah. If that. But and then this whole gimmick with Moose is just getting better by the week.
It gets better the more Josh Matthews pushes it. Because again, why am I agreeing with Josh Matthews? Why is he the only person talking sense?
Yeah. And then like he's like on fucking commentary, just like arguing with his fucking wife.
Yeah. Did they break kayfabe or anything? Did they like address the fact that they're married on air? Because I've never heard them do it, and they bicker as though.
No, like it was funny because they made a I'm trying to think of why they were talking about it, but Madison Rain was like just saying and something about he could never even get a kiss, let alone anything else, and how they're not friends, and then there was another thing about they were talking about like social media and Twitter, and how Josh Matthews was saying how like you can really get to know the personal life and get to know all these people and all this talent on a personal level through social media. And he was like, that's why hey, I know so much about you, Madison. And she's like, no, that's because you're a fucking stalker. Oh, why you fucking live with the guy? Yeah, but it's hilarious. Like, I absolutely hate her on commentary, but I love their interaction, though.
Yeah, she's not the best commentator. I mean, I've heard worse. But yeah, when she shoots Josh down, that's what makes up for
it. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, like how he gets so irritated with Moose being the TNA champion, and then you go once the match starts and he's starting to call the match, he's like just calling them names and all this and that, and she just completely calls them out on it. Oh, so now you'll say it, but you won't say it to his face.
Very brave of you to say it all the way over here.
Yeah.
Again, nice to see Crazy Steve back, and he's actually being, well, kind of taken seriously. At least he's not being jobbed out to anybody. Got the win over Dave Christ this week. And Matt Fulton seems to have left OVE now, so the whole group is kind of imploding after Sami Callihan turned on him.
Yeah, that not a shocker there. I mean, I kind of thought they would stay together. I thought he would kind of like take charge and become the new leader. And they were even teasing about there being a new leader. But now it just seems like they're just gonna scrap them all together.
Yeah.
Or there is a new leader, and then it'll just build a feud, and maybe, I don't know. I don't know enough TNA to know.
Well, I need to know where the hell all these tattoos came from on TJP. Like he left WWE last year bare-chested, and now he's absolutely covered. He's got 2 sleeves, his chest is done.
Yeah.
Did you just spend all the money he got from WWE on ink?
It had to have. Because he wasn't there long enough to make anything more than that.
Yeah, that's true.
He had a couple little things on his arm. I'm like looking at it right now as compared to, holy Jesus.
Yeah, it's
Wow, dude, what in the world?
it's like
Unless
he just
he
walked
got
into
That's a
lucky.
lot of ink in just like a little bit amount of time.
It's like he just walked into a studio one day and went, "I want everything."
Unless he got lucky like I did. And I went from having like barely any tattoos to being completely fucking covered because my wife does tattoos. So
Yeah.
I went on a little binge. And I got it all for free.
TGP married a tattoo artist.
There you go.
Main event then. Yeah, it is main event. Well, no, actually we did miss the X Division Championship, Willie Mack and Johnny Swinger. But as again, we talked about Johnny Swinger last week, and I'm still not sure how to take him.
I ain't got a clue, man. I ain't got a clue. And then they're like talking about like, I heard rumors about like Kiera Hogan. They're like trying to recruit her or something, and she's like, no.
Well, she did her own recruiting this week.
Yeah, it was weird because like she was like, talking shit about her. I don't remember her name, but she was just like talking shit about her on Twitter, and then like 2 days later, she's like, okay, maybe we'll just team up. I'm like, all right, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was the new girl that debuted last week.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going to call her, new girl.
What is this fact right to censor, or what is it?
Joseph P. Ryan's gimmick.
Yeah,
cancel culture.
Cancel culture. Yeah, fucking Katie Forbes is in there, and here's my little cheap plug for Michael Larkin, and he just interviewed her for the LFC podcast, and they actually just talked about it, and she's like kind of like fucking hates the gimmick because she likes being naked, so she has she can't come out, she has to actually wear a bunch of clothes and like a turtleneck and not allowed to twerk, and she's like, but she says it's fun though, so it's different.
Well, new girl is Tasha Steelz.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I mean, Kiara had the greatest pitch ever. So it was basically, if I don't like a bitch, I'm gonna snatch a bitch. But if I do like a bitch, then that bitch is gonna get snatched. Okay, let's team up.
Yeah. See, like, she's fucking great, and I love it. I love it.
So yeah, then main event was of course Elgin and Callahan, for the next spot in the tournament to face Impact World Champione Tessa Blanchard. And surprisingly, Elgin goes over Callahan.
Yeah, I was shocked, but I was disappointed at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know why, because I've never liked Sami Callahan, but I think for some reason I like Michael Elgin less.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is about him.
He looks like a I've been using this term ever since I freaking heard it from MJF calling Jungle Boy a dollar store Tarzan. But to me, Elgin is like a dollar store rip-off version of Ryback.
Oh, that's bad.
That's a low blow.
That's the way I see it. That's why I see it.
I know Michael Elgin very well.
I don't want to.
Oh man, that kind of makes him a
Shit.
50 cents version of Goldberg.
Like, okay, like I don't know how bad Michael Elgin is right now in Impact. I'm sure he's god awful because
He's not a bad
he's only
wrestler.
been on the decline.
He's not bad. He's not bad. It's just
He's unlikable.
when I say that, it's more or less his look. He looks like a dollar store version of freaking Ryback.
Mm. He used
But
to be way bigger.
I don't know. There's just something about him I just don't like. So
He's
I kind
an
of
arrogant asshole. I'll give you that.
Yeah, he is a
I
very
can't-
arrogant asshole.
Yeah.
He
And he
tells
comes
this
out-
story on one of these like shoot interviews about how he could win $100 from one of the other wrestler guys if he peed on a girl. So he tells this whole story about it,
Okay.
and it's like, okay, yeah, that's what I'm like. You really are an asshole.
I mean, could you imagine like the Giant back in WCW coming out in sequence?
Oh, no.
Yes, I can. It's a joke.
But it just wouldn't do good for the character.
Oh God, no.
Like
Like,
fucking
who's that?
Elgin comes out in fucking sequence.
I gotta watch this fucking whatever the hell.
That's
Like,
it. That's
it's
it. He comes out
crazy.
looking like Big Daddy Shirley Crabtree.
Yeah,
Minus the top hat.
What in the world?
it's like fucking Ryback and Elton John had a baby.
Oh, that baby, I don't want to see.
New finishing move, candle in the wind.
Alright, I guess I gotta respond to that rash on the ass of life that is Moses Marquez. Here we go. Moses Marquez, you want to talk about the fact that you're still gonna be here? Well, for 3 years, I have been here. Dazzy Lee, Dazzy Dangerously, the captain, the man behind Max Wrestling, the man that does the logos, the man that does the graphics, the man that makes us look good. Talk about the co-founder of the Phoenix, former Knowledge Champion, former Mr. Money in the Bank. I'm talking about the Butcher. And yes, Butcher will willingly admit that he is a pain in the ass. But there's no doubt his talents, and there's no doubt that he has the gift of gab. Then we're talking about me. We're talking about the podcast machine. We're talking about the walking wrestling cheat sheet. We're talking about the walking wrestling encyclopedia. All names that I've earned. Moses Marquez from the captain, Dazzy Lee. Moses Marquez, you demand respect. Well, I've earned my respect. You want respect? Well, come and get it. Moses Marquez, you think I'm not man enough to show up to Promo Mania 6? Well, at Promo Mania 6, make sure there's a man to meet me there. Moses Marquez, the difference between you and I is I can take a break from Max Wrestling and still go do my thing in the podcasting game. You go and take a break from RWT with a guy by the name of Brian Green, which how fitting on the name, because when it comes to his podcasting skills, he's greener than goose shit, and you fail. You fall flat on your face and you come back to RWT. Why? Because you're not on my level. Hell, you're not even on the level below me, Moses Marquez. I'm talking about the team. I'm talking about the brand. Newsflash, Moses Marquez. I am the fucking brand! Oh, when people have loved us, people have left us, and people have turned their backs on Max Wrestling, who's been the constant professional? Me! Who's been the guy that's been around? Me! You little pissant! Well, you were barely holding on to that Knowledge Championship at Promo Mania. I was the guy who stole the show at Promo Mania. Mike, bro, you needed someone to tell you to wake up. You needed someone to help you gain your confidence back. Even the great Mike Larkin lacks confidence. Even the great Mike Larkin has his doubts. The Shape and I stole the show at Promo Mania. That bout should have been the main event at Promo Mania. Not Travis versus Nikla. We all knew that the DMS was going to take that promo championship. This bout, Moses, between you and I should have happened at Podcast Promo Rumble 5. But the powers that be went with Travis the Walker Anderson. Do you regret that decision? Moses Marquez, you want to talk about the fact that I live in the past? Two-time Knowledge Champion, Promo Champion, Mikey Two Belts, Knowledge and Promo Champion at the same motherfucking time. King of the Mic winner, Promo Climax winner, Moses Marquez, current Iron Bank winner. I don't need to be no damn Knowledge Champion, Promo Champion, Iron Bank. The reason I'm on Promo Mania, I don't even need to be on Promo Mania 6, is because people like you can't do their job, so people like me have to come the fuck back. Moses Marquez, you need people like me. You need people like me. Point the finger and say, that's the guy. Moses Marquez, the difference between a guy like me and a guy like you is you can go up to a girl and ask her to the prom. So think about it. In actuality, she wants to go with a guy like me. Why would she want ordinary if she could have Mr. Extraordinary? Why would she want a greasy cheeseburger if she could have a nice, juicy steak? Mike, bro! You're just gonna sit back and get lazy for a year! Moses Marquez, how dare you? Lazy is not in my vocabulary. Killer Kross, Kelly Klein, Alicia Duke, Summer Sanders, Christy Knowings, Lance Hoyt, Kid Cash, Rodney Mack, Daniel Pewter, Evan Courageous, Moses Marquez, the grind never stops. I eat, sleep, drink, piss, Max Wrestling. It's in my blood, homeboy. Don't you ever in your life say that I'm lazy. Don't you ever question my passion. Moses Marquez, the reason people like you exist is because of people like me. Fuck out of here. Moses Marquez, who are you? Will you be defined by your words? Will you be defined by your actions? Will you be defined by your performance? Or will you just be defined? Will you be defined as a percentage? Moses Marquez, you're right. We are going to steal the show at Promo Mania 6. This is our show. My show. March 25th, 2021 is Doomsday, Moses Marquez. You say you want me to study hard? You say that you have a year to adapt? So
think we'll finish on NXT. So before we get to that, let's predict Double or Nothing. Put that predictions championship on the line.
Oh my god, I forgot. I forgot.
He said.
You forgot Double or Nothing.
Yeah. You got talking about fucking WWE, and I'm like fucking falling asleep, and then boom, I finally jumped back into the conversation with some Impact.
Impact.
And now, Double or Nothing. I'm happy about this. I'm
See,
happy I woke up for this show.
Early morning, we wake you up gradually.
Yeah.
All right, we got 9 matches on the card. And
9 matches.
Looks like
with
one
match.
is only going to, maybe 1 or 2 will be pre-show.
well, one's definitely pre-show, and it's Private Party versus Best Friends. The winners get a tag team title shot. So, we haven't seen Private Party for a while, actually, but I'm going to go with Best Friends just because they've been on TV more.
Yeah. I gotta go. Best Friends also. They've been giving them a solid push lately, and they are more than deserving of a title shot.
Best Friends it is.
Dun, 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 that freaking song's been stuck in my head for 2 weeks.
Bounce, get it, bounce, bounce.
I got my I bought a new phone a couple weeks ago, and I downloaded some new ringtones and whatnot. So I have the Best Friends ringtone. Their theme is my ringtone specifically for my wife, and she gets so fucking mad that not because like she's mad because like the song is like growing on her.
Yeah.
And she's also mad that a wrestling theme song is her ringtone. But she's getting even like the longer it goes on, the more pissed she gets because the more she likes it. Yeah, the funniest one is my alarm ringtone. Like my alarms to do this show is Darby Allin's.
That's another good one.
And like if you listen to the words, it just makes it even more great for it to be an alarm.
Well, if the problem is the fact that it's a wrestling theme song.
Do you know what I just learned?
No, I don't. Then what about this one?
Hey. Hey, how did you know that's Amir's ringtone on my phone?
All right. What else can we possibly have on the buy-in? I don't think they're going to put anything else on the buy-in, to be honest. They could fit 8 matches on the full show.
I was thinking, if anything, maybe like Britt Baker, Chris Statlander.
Yeah, well, that's the one I was going to go with next anyway, actually, so we'll go for that one.
You don't think they usually do the casino matches on the buy-in? You don't think they wouldn't do the ladder match, would they?
Not if there's a mystery entrant.
Yeah.
Which they're really teasing, so I'm thinking that's definitely going to be on the main show.
Yeah.
Maybe Dustin and Sean Spears, but we'll do Britt Baker and Chris Statlander first. I'm almost certain they're pushing Britt Baker towards a title match, so I'm going Britt Baker.
Hands down, Britt Baker.
Sadly enough, I'm going to have to go with Britt also.
It's Doc.
I don't like going against Chris Statlander, but damn it, I want that fucking title.
They need to change the belt
To
anything different. They just did the new design because this little toy belt thing is starting to drive me bananas.
oh yeah, the size is crazy. Especially
There for a second, I thought, I got confused by what you were talking about there for a second. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with the predictions title?
No. I was talking about the women's title. It's just this little fucking toy.
especially on Nyla, it looks like a ring.
Oh, no.
I don't know why they went for such a small design. Maybe I know like back in the 70s or whatever, there was tiny belts, but come on, even that's too small.
That's the whole thing. Like, you're going to pay homage to the one of the biggest world championships we've ever had, and then you're going to give the women's this little fucking little dinker.
Maybe they just ran out of gold.
Probably. Tony Khan's like, that's the limit. What? But no, that's the limit. Like, what the? Oh, well, cut it in half.
We're gonna need some for the TNT Championship too, so make it even smaller.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah, we've got to save some of that, man. Just keep chopping down.
I'm so excited to see that title belt.
Yeah,
As am I.
same with the World Championship. I love the fact that they're not showing us until the actual night.
Perfect.
Yeah.
As it should be.
Okay, next one is probably going to be just as predictable as the last two. MJF versus Jungle Boy.
MJF.
Yeah.
All the fucking way.
By the way, his match with Marco, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and then
He's
of course
selling his ass off. I love how he's yelling at Tony Schiavone. You tell him that this is Jungle Boy's fate. I'm not telling him that, you big mouth jerk.
the funny thing was though, he said kiss the ring, and then gave him like an overhead punch.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like,
Yeah.
you didn't even hit him with the ring.
He poor guy, man. MJF made him eat his own boogers.
Oh, I laughed so hard.
Yeah, it was fucking great.
And then
Poor, I
Wardlow
feel
almost-
so bad. I feel so bad for Marco sometimes, but damn, it's so fucking good though.
I ate some boogers, bro. But no, Wardlow almost dying on the steps.
Oh my
It's like-
god, I fucking died laughing.
His
I did
career
make
was
it
over,
that
bro.
damn far. Oh god, that was hilarious. Like he just, like you could just see his life just flash before his eyes, and then next thing you know, he comes to and finally catches his balance, and then boom, Luchasaurus is in his face. He's like, "Don't fuck with me right now."
Oh, yeah, I almost died, bro. Can you just give me a break? But then the funniest part is MJF behind him is like, get over here right now. Just screaming at the top of his lungs. It's like, this is great.
Pretty sure MJF was born with a microphone in his hand.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Oh, I wouldn't say boring, but at least, you know, what, 4 or 5? Rosie O'Donnell, you know?
Yeah, right, bro. His first toy was a rattle. He thought it was a microphone.
Yeah.
But I mean, he took inspiration from the Whack.
All right.
Little MJF. Okay, where we going next? Let's go with the women. No DQ, no count out. So basically no holds barred. For the Women's World Championship, I like the fact that they put world in it. Nyla Rose versus Hikaru Shida. I like Shida, but I don't really see Rose dropping the belt just yet.
I was thinking the same thing. Hikaru Shida is great, but the fact that it's a no DQ, it already just means Nyla's going to kill her.
Yeah, but also the fact that Shida was the last woman standing on Dynamite.
Yeah, that's right. You don't ever look good the night before and then turn around and win.
Yeah. You don't leave the champion laying and then beat them.
This is that time, man. This is that time where I have to go off course.
All right.
And it's for the predictions title. I got to switch it up. I'm going Cheetah.
All right. First change in the predictions. But I mean, depending on whichever order they put the matches in, it could be the second or third. All right. Oh, Dustin versus Sean Spears.
I said Sean Spears. They got to build him to Cody.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going Sean.
I was going to say I can't call this one because Sean keeps jobbing out to people, but yeah, it makes more sense for Dustin to put him over, so we'll go Spears. Plus, he needs a damn win.
That he really does. I mean, he gets them on Dynamite. Or not on Dynamite, on Dark, but not very often.
Nah, that's bad if you don't even get wins very often on the B show.
Right?
Oof. Okay, what we got left? We got the tag team championships. Have we? No. I was looking at the number one contender one.
No, that's the number one contender one.
Okay, Stadium Stampede. Matt Hardy and the Elite versus the Inner Circle. Great return for Hangman on Dynamite 2, just sprinting down the field.
First off, did you or did you not immediately think of Monty Python? I immediately thought of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, where the guys just keep running into the castle. I'm like, that was Hangman. He's like, what the hell is that? And then he's all the way in the back. And then he just comes flying in. I was like, oh, that was great.
That would have been perfect if Jericho came out with "Runaway."
It would. I thought it would have worked perfect, but no, yeah, great return. I'm fucking about goddamn time to see him back, but he's not with the team. He's not with the Elite. So, what does that mean? What does that mean for him and Kenny?
Well, he seemed very much like a team player on Dynamite, and he's listed as the Elite on the match card. It's Matt Hardy and the Elite.
Yeah.
I kind of thought it was an overwhelming reaction to the Young Bucks, though. I mean, I know they haven't been gone as long as Paige, but
Okay,
it was just
I'm sorry,
it's the Bucks.
That spot killed me. They show up, they're standing on the rails with masks, and then what does the Inner Circle do? Oh shit, we gotta go over there and kick their ass. I would have just kept beating up fucking Kenny.
Yeah, you come to us.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? But whatever.
Why the fuck was Kenny on his own anyway, if they were all in the building?
I don't know.
Let's just let him get beat up, and then we'll all make dramatic returns.
Oh yeah, I was like, where the fuck is Matt? Oh yeah, Matt Hardy's in the ring. Hangman's like, I'm gonna hang out in the back so nobody knows I'm here. And then
Drinking.
the Bucks are like, we're gonna hide in the stadium because fuck it. So yeah, no, he was all by himself.
I don't know where Paige would have been hiding, because I'm pretty sure the bar wasn't open.
Oh, he made it open. He made
Self-service.
it open. He's, I'm just gonna go back here. I know the owner. Don't worry about it.
Actually, screw the bar. I got my own keg.
He probably does in the back of his truck or something. It's like, I got extra bottles of whiskey just in case if this something's happening like this.
See, you call it a trunk, we call it a boot on a car. So if you got like drinks or something in the back, we call it a boot bar in the UK.
Oh, that's great. I love that.
The bar's too expensive. I'm just going outside.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Right.
Oh
Nice
god,
atmosphere.
I don't.
Outside.
This one's tricky. Are they still planning on doing blood and guts?
They haven't said anything about it.
I think this is going to be their version of like it instead.
No, I know they said that they're gonna wait and save it for when, it's they're doing what they're supposed to do. Save it for an audience, the way it's supposed to be viewed.
Yeah.
Which I 110% respect that. But they still haven't quite said much about it, so
I guess they can't really predict when they're going to be able to put it on. Unless they've got like a big pay-per-view planned in September, October, or whatever.
yeah.
Hope for the best when it comes down to fans. Because now that you bring that up, that makes me like rethink it all. 'Cause
Yeah.
honestly, the way I see it right now is I see Hangman turning. I already see the turn happening. I feel like he's done. He's sick and tired of the Elite. He's come back. He's going to end up either being the guy that takes the fall, or he's going to end up, accidentally hitting somebody with a buckshot, and then they're going to end up losing. That's going to cause deception between him and Kenny. They'll eventually lose probably the tag titles, probably to the best friends, because they're a really good team. And then the other seed I'd like to plant is this would also say this happens before the ladder match. If this match goes on before the ladder match, I see Hangman being that mystery guy. just fucking shoot him straight the fuck up to the top. Everybody knows how over he is. This guy just came back for fucking 5 minutes. I guarantee you that last hour rating is just going to be just killer.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go. Damn it! I'm gonna have to go Inner Circle.
All right.
I don't to. I really don't want to, but I think that's what's gonna happen.
Okay, well, not for the same reasons, but I'm going Inner Circle. Without a turn, I just think it'll lead to Matt versus Jericho further down the line, and Inner Circle kind of need a win because Jericho lost the belt, Hager failed to win the belt. They kind of need some momentum.
Yeah, but like the whole build to Blood and Guts, like Inner Circle got the win for the advantage. Just the build to this Inner Circle versus the Elite match, Inner Circle was taking the wins for it, except for a couple weeks ago, Matt and Kenny got the win over PNP.
Party.
But that was the only one.
Interesting.
Yeah, Sammy's been putting in most of the work
Yeah.
because he's a Spanish
Which also
god.
pisses me off. Which also pisses me off because, like, Matt Hardy challenged Sammy to a Hardy compound match. And we still haven't fucking gotten that.
Yeah, you'd think that would be something they can easily do because it's Matt's property.
Yeah.
Maybe they still need some kind of permit to have Sammy there and the cameras. I don't know how it works.
Well, where does he lives in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then there you go, Trav. That's your territory. What kind of restrictions y'all got out there?
They're starting to lighten up. It's still, like nobody fucking follows the rules anyways.
Ain't that the truth?
I mean, it's never been too extreme. I feel like they could easily gotten away with it. Like weeks ago, they could have done it because they don't need like a full fucking crew, so it wouldn't be that bad. And plus, with it being on the compound, it shouldn't have been that big of a problem. I don't think.
No, just give Rebby a camera
Yeah,
and Senor Benjamin.
yeah.
Yeah, they get the job done.
Or film the whole thing with a drone.
That'd be
Oh, poor Vanguard one. Poor Vanguard
No, I mean, obviously they have to buy a new drone again.
one. Me and Moses talked about this on our show the other day. If we do not get a video package of Matt Hardy just putting Vanguard one in the lake of reincarnation,
Yes.
and then like a black drone rising up.
It needs to be like the super badass looking one though. It's got to be like stealthy and shit.
And
Yeah.
waterproof.
Yes. Most important.
I feel Matt's pain. I broke a drone once by flying it into a tree.
Bad pilot. Got it.
2 propellers still worked, the other 2 didn't.
Oh Lord. I'm a terrible pilot. I don't even want to consider buying one of those things.
The thing is, I don't know how to fly it in a straight vertical line. Because I do what it says and it just goes off.
It's like, whoa, what the fuck?
All I want is a hover button. Is that not possible?
Like, we just get it to just chill out so I actually look like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it amazes me when I see, like, Vanguard 1 or somebody professionally flying a drone and it's just hovering in a perfect position. I'm like, how? What are you doing?
What button is that?
What's the cheat code?
Up, down, down.
Spawn
Pops
a
David.
drone. Okay, I think we've only got 3 matches left. So let's go into the casino ladder match. For the future World Championship match, we have Darby Allin, Colt Cabana, Orange Cassidy, Ray Phoenix, Scorpio Sky, Kip Sabian, Frankie Kazarian, Luchasaurus, and TBD.
TBD. Let's see.
The other rumor is that it could be Drew Gulak, who of course was released wasn't released, didn't sign a new contract last week, which means he doesn't have the no compete clause.
He's a possibility.
But at the same time, I think they were booking this match before he left WWE, so I don't think they considered Drew Gulak when they put the match together.
Yeah. I've also heard, what's his name? Ranga?
Pardon me?
I'm sorry, I don't know the guy's name. Ranga. I don't know. Am I saying his name wrong? It's like the one guy everybody's been saying.
Tamatonga?
Oh, Tamatonga.
Yeah, that
Big
guy.
fan guy.
You said Ranga? I'm like, who the fuck is Ranga? Tamatonga.
I don't know
What
the guy's
in the
name.
world?
It's been a while, and I've slept since the last time.
He's been all over Twitter and Instagram making fun of him, saying we're not done yet, bitches.
But
I don't know.
Doesn't this guy, like, he always pops up doing this shit?
Yeah,
And then they actually have
he
a-
has a
not
lot
the
of Twitter
first time.
feuds. He had one with Roman, he had one with Enzo,
Yeah.
but Enzo's afraid of him.
But
As you
this
should
guy,
be.
he never follows through with all these, like, rumor mills, you know? So I don't know. I know that he, like, lives in that area
He lives
from
in
what I've
Florida.
heard. He's supposed to be there. He's supposed to be training or something. I mean, that could be a possibility. But also 9 people, that's kind of like is literally an odd number.
I think they
So maybe the match was originally planned for 8, but now that's why it's a mystery number 9.
I was gonna say I think they like the odd numbers. They usually have them in the battle royals too.
Yeah.
I don't
Even
know
odds.
because like I know a lot of people are saying like EC3.
No, he's got
That's the one.
90 day.
Yeah, I don't think it is EC3, but I wouldn't be the least bit shocked if it is.
It's a big old fuck you.
What didn't
I'm more inclined
I
to
wanna
believe he's
say-
going back to Impact.
I want to say Butcher or said that all the ones that got released and they don't have that 90-day clause.
They all have the 90 day. They can't be working till July something or another.
Yeah, Drew doesn't because his contract
Yeah.
expired and he didn't sign a new one. But everybody else was actually released.
Fine. Okay, you ready for my other prediction? Since now I'm starting to think about it, and I don't think Hangman's going to be the guy.
Okay.
Wardlow.
Yeah.
And then, are you ready? He's just going to give the briefcase to MJF.
That again wouldn't be surprising.
Kevin Nash style, maybe the finger poke of doom.
The ring kiss of doom.
Oh yeah, the ring kiss of doom. It's poisonous. Pin me. But yeah, no, I like that. I like Wardlow.
It's actually a surprising lineup in this ladder match because they're not the kind of people you'd expect to
No.
be in contention for the world title, which is a good thing.
Colt Cabana.
Hey, Colt Cabana, how you doing?
You want a title shot? No, but I'll do a ladder match. Okay.
If it's not Paige or like EC3, I really don't know who else it could be. So, looking at the rest of the names, the only one that I would go with if it's not the mystery entrant is Darby Allin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, that's my thing. Is like I don't think it's gonna be the mystery entrant. I think it's either gonna be Scorpio Sky or Darby Allin. I just don't know which one because there's been big rumors that Scorpio is gonna be going solo.
This could be the start of a deception between him and Frankie Kazarian.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Damn. I'm gonna have to go Darby.
Okay.
Darby.
You going Darby too?
No. I'm going, God, no. No, I'm going to go with TBD. Whoever, it's either going to be Hangman or it's going to be Wardlow, and either one of those two dudes is going to win it. And if I end up being wrong, then I'm going to crash and burn horribly.
Okay, so we'll just put mystery opponent. Mystery. We'll go with mystery.
There you go.
Mr. E.
Mr. E. And now comes Big E. I'm just kidding.
All right, so I've got a feeling the tournament final is going to be the main event, so we'll do the World Championship match next. Mox versus Brody Lee. He's actually going by Mr. Brody Lee now.
Yeah, it's official, Mr. Brody Lee.
No question Mox is retaining for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
It would be stupid to take the belt off him now.
Also, any time a champion has the belt stolen, they always win it back.
Exactly. And I'm thinking worst case scenario, Brody Lee will get DQ'd.
Yeah. Very quick burial of 10 though. We all had high expectations for him last week and like, who the hell is this guy? And then this week he just gets his arm broken.
Oh yeah, I love that part.
He just got fucking destroyed. I thought he would at least put up some sort of a fight.
Yeah, we were trying to research last week who he was.
Yeah.
He's nobody, I think.
He's a patient now.
Yeah, it's fucking. He's just like, oh, I'll give you 10 seconds. Oh, well, your 10 seconds are up. Wham! I'm like, okay.
All right, Kevin Dunn.
And then, yeah, right. Texans. 10 seconds, go. Bam. And then he walks away. And then, like, tell me Butcher didn't look like the guy you don't want to fuck with his fucking, like, Arn Anderson glasses on and his fucking white shirt that's tighter than holy crap.
Andy
painter
Williams
pants.
is a big dude.
He's a big, scary looking fucking dude.
Actually, anybody who
seen
wears a
him all,
monocle
like,
is scary.
close-up. Right?
Mr.
I think the
Monopoly's
monocle's better,
terrifying.
though. When the hell did Mr. Monopoly go to be like 6'6"?
You do not pass go. I don't want to pass go.
I will take this free parking, thank you, and stay right here.
Okay, so that's all three for Mox. So, possible main event, the final for the TNT Championship. Cody versus Lance Archer, and we do have Jake Roberts and Arn Anderson. Apparently Brandy as well is going to be in Cody's corner.
The way Jake keeps going at Brandy, it weirds me out.
Yeah.
Dirty old man.
Right? Like, okay, bro, you're... So that little bimbo, I'm like, dude, can you stop fucking, like, calling her fucking names and shit? And then he's like, oh, I wouldn't mind rubbing up on her again. And my wife looked right at me like, what in the fuck are you watching?
Put the snake away, Jake.
That's what I said. I was like, no more snake. Keep it in the bag. Literally.
Yeah. As much as Cody keeps saying he needs the belt because he can't go for the World Championship, I gotta go Lance Archer.
I gotta go Cody. Arn is 100% correct. He needs this title. If Archer loses, Archer's still going to be a monster. Nobody's going to take away the monster feel from Archer, especially if he goes in there and just kills Cody. If him and Cody go in there and they go about 20 plus minutes and they put on something really good, Archer looks great, but Cody just wins. He just, maybe Archer, they're both so dead, but he's got him in the figure 4 or whatever, and then all of a sudden they double pin 1, 2, and then Cody gets his arm up in 3. It's going to be something like that. It's going to be something where it's like, it didn't matter how, it didn't matter that Cody won. Archer still looks like the monster. It didn't matter, this or that. Or maybe he kicks out right at 3 and then just starts to kill him. You never know.
So, what if this match? There's so much possibility with this match, and that's why I love it. This is the absolute hardest match to predict. What if this match is at the beginning of the night, and then Lance Archer joins the casino ladder match?
Then I would win that prediction because he would be the mystery guy. But that sounds great. That sounds awesome. Hey, I couldn't beat this fucker, so let me go after the big fucker. I love that. It's way better than fucking Brody Lee right now. Hold on, I'll wait. I'll wait for the match. But the build I have not liked.
No, it's been a little sloppy.
I don't know if with it being like an empty arena match, and I feel like a title win for Cody should be deserved an audience, But at the same time, I feel like if he doesn't win it, there's going to be too much backlash on him. Like, he always wins the little matches, but when it comes to the big time, when it comes to the title shot, he falls short. So I feel like he has to get a title. And I feel like this is that time. And then Lance, like with him being the murder hawk that he is, that would be perfect for him to join the casino ladder match and just fucking destroy everybody in full rage because he lost the TNT title. And then wins that and moves to the main title picture.
I still think Cody shouldn't really be banned from challenging for the world title because technically he didn't lose the match against Jericho. MJF threw in the towel.
Hell, maybe Cody's the guy in the ladder match.
That would be awesome.
I don't know. That would be awesome. That would be absolutely incredible, but I do not see that happening.
That's why AEW is so good right now.
I love how they trolled the fans as well. They were like, we're going to announce the 9th entrant like tomorrow or whatever. And it came to the time and like, okay, it's going to be a mystery entrant. You son of bitches.
Fuck you.
But then like, here's the other swerve ball.
I've got to get that trademarked.
The other swerve ball there is Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
He's completely allowed to be run rampant. He's allowed to get involved. He's allowed to hit. He's allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
And as we've seen, he certainly can still hit.
Yeah.
You're telling me.
I feel like I think this is the other thought that I've been battling with is I feel like if anybody's willing to take a fucking hit from Mike Tyson, it would be Cody.
Oh, yeah, hands down.
Look at every fucking pay-per-view match. He does some stupid, crazy-ass thing where he just gets fucked up.
Yeah.
And I feel like...
Example being the forehead.
That's probably what it's going to be. Cody's going to, like, accidentally hit him. Like, Lance Archer will throw him out the ring, and he runs into Mike Tyson or something, and then Mike's gonna be like, "What's the matter with you?" And then just fucking punches him.
Who the fuck are they?
Yeah. And he'll just get knocked out. And that's why I'm fucking torn, man. Like, it literally could go either damn way.
I would love it if Jake brought out the Python, and then Tyson's like, "Fuck you, I got a tiger."
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's
How crazy would it be if, like, he actually came out with the tiger?
Oh. I mean, Steiner did it with an audience.
I was gonna say, yeah.
That was insane. Jeez.
Um,
Can you imagine being in the front row of Nitro and Scott Steiner walks out with a fucking live tiger?
I was watching.
Shitting myself.
I was watching. They had these like, you know how WWE puts out those like top 10 videos.
Yeah.
There was one. It was like top 10 animal moments. Naturally, of course, you know, Jake was on there with a fucking cobra. When Randy Savage just got bit all to hell. But there was a Steiner with the tiger. And then I don't know who he was, but there was a guy came out with like 2 fucking grizzly bears.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And they were like, they wasn't even walking on all fours. They were walking on 2 feet all the way down the ring.
I don't know why, but I'm seeing this in my head right now, like I've seen it before.
Yeah, it's some like serious old school shit.
Some retro shit, isn't it?
It's like,
I think we reviewed this.
It's before where I'm at on the retro. I know that much.
It was early WCW though, yeah.
I'm not sure. I can't remember. I would have to go back and try to send it to you.
Oh, found it. It's Big Josh at Super Brawl.
Yeah.
Super Bowl '89.
That's nuts.
Yeah, I thought it was 89. I wasn't sure.
He's literally like walking them to the ring by the scruff of the neck.
Yep. What Super
Yeah.
Bowl is that? Wait, is that AWA Super Bowl?
No, it's definitely WCW. There's the big old
okay.
silver logo in the back. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
muzzled and everything.
Yeah. It was fucking crazy. But anyways, fuck. All right, now back to this. Fuck. I'm gonna have to go Cody.
Okay. I'm
I'm
still
gonna
trying to find what year it
completely.
was.
I'm gonna completely regret saying that though.
Okay, no idea what year it was, but it was Super Brawl. Okay, so that's 2 for Cody. I think I'm gonna stick with Archer. I want to say Cody, but there's just part of me saying, yeah. Every time you really want to say a name, it's the other guy. So
There you go.
well, I'll go Archer. All right, really quickly, NXT. Another outstanding performance, short performance from Karrion Kross. And we finally got that confrontation with Ciampa, and now the match is confirmed for In Your House.
It's going to be killer.
Did you see what he tweeted about that?
Ooh, Kross.
No, what do you tweet?
Yeah, Kross. The way he worded it sounded so fucking bad. He said he was coming in your house. That's word for word. I'm coming in your house. I'm like, oh, bro, come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah. The term
Thanks it out,
home
bro, man.
invasion comes to mind. I'm coming in your house. Hashtag NXT
Yeah.
Takeover, Fall and Pray, Hourglass, and a gif of something.
I don't even know. That didn't help it at all, neither.
One bit.
And but then right below that, he retweeted Scarlett's tweet, which says, "It's going to be a massacre. Talk about a date night." Love
She's
it.
great.
Oh,
That opening segment was nice. NXT has been good these last couple weeks. I enjoyed how that started out, and then we got I think it was like Timothy Thatcher is already going at Riddle, telling him he's challenging him. And then why the fuck they making it for next week? Why don't you save it for in your house? What the fuck? And they're gonna have a cage fight. You're either knocked out or you're tap out.
yeah. I mean,
So they just have a submissions match then. God damn it.
I like the fact that they're kind of giving it an MMA feel.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blood sport match, hopefully.
Well, Dynamite don't either, but NXT really don't deserve to be 600,000 that low.
Yeah, it's a really good show. I don't understand why it is so low.
I think it's just the WWE mentality. Like these hardcore WWE fans in their little bubble are just Raw, SmackDown. Everything else sucks. I'm not even gonna pay it any attention.
It's a bad man. That's a bad way of thinking, man. It's a bad mentality. It's a better program than what's on the main.
Yeah.
It's the only watchable WWE program besides these pay-per-views, and then even some of those are questionable.
I don't get it.
Let them hate. Haters gonna hate.
They're letting the best in wrestling life pass them by.
And when it bites them in the ass, when it's over with, then they'll find out what the hell they're missing.
Okay, what else happened in NXT? Oh,
That Dexter Lumis, Roderick Strong.
yeah.
I enjoyed that. They listened to me. Do you hear me, Daz? Your show, they've listened to me. Dexter Lumis is now officially the guy off the creep farm. Extra creepy, mind you, as he now rubs his hands on his chest when you kick him. And he strokes your hair after he puts you to sleep. It's the little things. It's the little things that matter.
Yeah, the creepier the better.
They were great. Like I said, guy straight off the creep farm. He's growing on me.
Oh, I've always liked Samuel Shaw. I've always liked Dexter Lumis.
I love how real quick. I love how when Roddy was making his entrance, he's like, "Oh, Dexter, you messed up, you big creepy geek." Start laughing.
Yeah, Phoenix also got lucky, by the way. So the swerve ball this week was to pick somebody, and the earlier they walk down the ramp, if you're one of the first two people, you get the swerve ball. And the only one that people picked that actually walked down the ramp was Tommaso Ciampa.
Mm-hmm.
So Kross comes out first, and originally Phoenix said Ciampa and Kross, but then I reminded him he only had to pick one name, so he goes with Kross, with Ciampa. So then Kross walks out, and I say, you should have stuck with Kross. And then Ciampa comes out after the match, so he got very lucky on that one.
They knew he needed the swerve ball.
Yeah. And of course, you get a second one with Gargano.
That's what I get for betting on fucking Matt Riddle. It just makes me hate the son of a bitch even more.
Oh, if you don't knock it off.
Bro.
No.
Bro.
You can't know the bro.
Do what?
You can't know the bro.
I just did, and I'll do it again. I'll do it every fucking week, whereas however long I feel like it. Bro.
Well, I was enjoying the main events between Io Shirai and Rhea Ripley, and then, of course, once again, the Charlotte train comes steaming through.
Oh, yeah, don't give a fuck who's on the track. Let's run it through.
I'm guessing we're going to get a triple threat in your house. Hopefully Rhea gets a belt back then. That's the only thing that's going to make up for this.
You can't pin Charlotte.
So, somebody needs to soon.
It's just as ridiculous.
Somebody just change the track or something. Just derail that damn train.
Please. Please, please, please. I don't know. I'm hoping Io wins it, honest to God. I would rather Io be champ than Rhea, but anybody but Charlotte.
Well, yeah, either one. I'm still salty because I don't think Rhea should have lost it at Mania anyway.
Yes, exactly.
And then she could
For
have
what
dropped it to
ratings?
Shirai.
There have been no rating approval.
No. Way to go, Charlotte. It's almost as if she has the opposite effect.
You don't say. She may have the Flair last name, but I assure you she does not have that flair.
No. Well, that's... well, obviously there was The Undertaker's last ride again as well. Again, fantastic stuff. The only thing I'm not happy about is I wanted to hear the full conversation that he had with Roman last year.
Yes. And then it is interesting to see somebody of his stature be like upset with himself.
Yeah.
That he's like, oh, this is just, why in the fuck am I out there? Like, he even knew this isn't okay. And then he trained his ass off. I thought that was a fucking great story. I thought that was great.
Oh, those training videos they rival Rocky.
Right? Like, fucking hell, this old man beat the crap out of himself. And then he goes to do the CrossFit, and I'm just like, oh, no. Oh, fuck. Hey, it worked out.
Yeah, I love the fact that he was just bouncing off the ropes, taking bumps, and then just said, hey, you know what? Send this to Vince.
Yep.
Great.
He was ready to go. He went in there, and Epico was like, oh, yeah, he's ready.
But I also love that fact that he's not up his own ass, that he knows when he's not good enough.
Yes, exactly.
Humble. Undertaker's humble.
Yep. He said that he will not make that mistake again. And I'm like, well, I kind of figured you won't, man. You'll probably, each match you have now will probably be about 7-8 hours long.
Yeah, I'm really...
If they do that for every Undertaker match, I will be completely fine with it.
Yeah. I'm really interested now to see how he reacts to the whole shit that went down with Goldberg in the next episode. And then Michelle has probably called it. It's going to be a vicious cycle now of bad match, redemption, bad match, redemption. So he's never going to retire.
No.
Well, I mean, he is contracted for another 15 years, which we know it obviously includes like a Legends deal when he does decide to stop competing. But it also means that he doesn't actually have a set date of when he has to stop actually wrestling. He can just appear for the next 15 years if he wants.
Yeah.
But then people like read way too much into it, and like, he's gonna be wrestling till he's 70.
No. God damn it. He's gonna wrestle as long as he feels like he can. Give it 3-4 more years at best, and then he's done. Hopefully.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not gonna go through the whole Trivia Takeover card again because we're getting close to getting close to 2 hours now. So, you do know Trivia Takeover on June 11th. We will see you there, and we will also see you next week for reactions to Double or Nothing. The bell has rung for another week. Click that subscribe button before you tap out. If you're on youtube.com/maxwrestling, you can follow us at soundcloud.com/maxwrestling, and also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and the one and only Castbox.
Castbox.
Showbox.
Showbox.
Yeah, is Showbox still a thing? I mean, I don't know what Showbox is. That's
a Butcher thing.
yeah.
Who knows?
Huh.
I don't know I don't even know, like, probably 3/4 of the fucking platforms we're on.
Oh no, Showbox is an illegal streaming site that I have absolutely no knowledge of. If you haven't already, join our Facebook group, Max Wrestling. You can find me at Dazzy MWP. And you know what? I'm going to let them both do their own plugs.
What?
Knock it out.
Motherfucker. Man,
Well, I mean,
I was
it's
really
basically like retro rewind invasion, so I may as well let you do your own stuff.
There you go.
You son of a bitch.
I mean, you say you know it now.
I do. It's Walker underscore TA92, damn it.
I was gonna say he's not awake enough to remember.
It just makes me happy when you do it. It makes me feel like a part of the crew.
It makes me feel important.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in case you missed it, you can also find the Walker at let me do that again. You can find him at Walker underscore TA92. That's what I get for not taking a breath.
Oh, that's
right.
about it. Travis the Walker Anderson, Facebook, you know how to fucking find me.
You should by now, at least. And then for me, make sure you're following us on all platforms of social media, SMR Podnet, everywhere, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Retro Rewind, double episode coming next Tuesday, because that's the new day is Tuesday. Regular AEW NXT Monday. There's going to probably be a Double or Nothing review on Sunday. So yeah, a whole bunch of stuff coming out. But yeah, if I'm not doing those, I'll be here for the foreseeable future until one day you guys decide not to wake me up at 4 a.m. Which is fine. I'll probably still wake up.
And we cannot end the show without saying rest in peace, Shad.
Yes,
Absolutely, yeah.
rest in peace. Died a hero.